In this episode, John and I bring my 35-foot Boston whaler, the Ramble On, back from Stewart to New York after a great winter season in Florida and the Bahamas. Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful early Saturday morning here in Islip, and we're about to get on the plane and head down to Stewart, where we will start the journey of bringing the boat back to New York. We're going to hopefully be in New Smyrna tonight, and that'll be about 135 miles from Stewart, and spend the night there, and then head towards Savannah by Monday, where I'll be joined by my friend John, who's going to make the trip with me up north. So here we are, leaving Stewart, heading through the inlet. It's 12:45, and we're hoping to make New Smyrna by 6, which shouldn't really be a problem. It's been a great stay in Stewart, and looking forward to coming back again next year. Here we are, New Smyrna and Outriggers Marina. It's a beautiful slip, plenty of room. The dock people were really helpful, especially when you're single-handed. Up there is the restaurant and the marina office. Good morning from New Smyrna. It's an overcast day today, but not a lot of wind, and there is some weather moving in later on today, but by then hopefully we'll be north of it. With the lack of wind, we might make some time and get ourselves as far as Savannah or a little closer. We'll see, but so New Smyrna was great. Outriggers restaurant was packed on a Saturday night last night, so I went across the street to Merck's Bar and Grill and had a good meal there and raring to go. So we'll check in along the way. About another 30 miles to go to Savannah, and the sea conditions have turned out to be glorious this last leg. We had some rain early, but it wasn't too bad. We had a little more wind, but now it's laid down nicely, and we should be arriving around 3 o'clock to Savannah. So here we are at Thunderbolt Marina, just on the outskirts of Savannah. Quiet, peaceful, calm marina, and look here is quite nice. They have amenities including laundry and ice, but currently no fuel, so we'll have to get fuel at another marina before we head out. We're gonna spend 2 nights here because I'm gonna wait for John to arrive. He comes in tomorrow night, and then we'll head out on Tuesday morning. One of the nice amenities here at the marina is that they do have a courtesy car. So because you're on the outskirts, it gives you an opportunity to get out and get around town. And it'll also give me an opportunity to easily pick up John at the airport so that he doesn't have to Uber. The slip here is along too on port side. Nice marina, quiet, maybe about 30 slips or so, and a lot of transients. About 6 miles from the inlet. So mostly high speed, just a short quarter-mile slowdown. And this is on the ICW, so it's very convenient for those making the trip up and down the coast. So we're gonna clean up, rinse the boat off, flush the engines, and think about dinner. I'll check in with you soon. Good morning, everyone. It's Monday morning, day 2 here at Thunderbolt Marina, and today is a cleaning day. We are working on windows and whatnot because it's long overdue. I'm going to put a little bit of Rain-X on the windshields and on the side glass because we take a lot of spray, and it just makes cleaning the boat that much easier and a little less use of the windshield wipers. So, got the shade out because it's getting hot already. It's about 80 degrees here in Savannah. It's a beautiful day, and we'll catch up soon. We're gonna pick up John tonight around 6, and like I said, the marina is kind enough to let us use the courtesy car to do that. All right, everybody, we are in the car, and we are headed towards the airport to pick up John. And today was a very busy day. We got fuel, we cleaned the boat, did all the glass, loaded up the water tank, and went through all the fishing gear, charging the batteries for the GoPro and the drone so that we can get lots of good footage as we continue our journey back. Sitting in the cell phone lot at Savannah Airport, waiting for John past the Gulfstream manufacturing facility, and that was pretty impressive. Large campus that they have. Oddly enough, it's adjacent to a state prison. Good morning from Savannah, where it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and got John down in the galley making some breakfast. We are planning an ambitious day of setting a course to Cape Fear, which is about 225 miles away. Then making a decision about whether we're going to stay inside and go up to Wrightsville Beach, or stay on the outside and go to Wrightsville Inlet and find a place there for the night. So we'll make that decision once we get closer. The sea conditions look like they'll be ideal, so we should be able to make good time. Like I said, ambitious because we're talking about a trip of about 250 miles, so but this will probably be the longest leg of the rest of our journey. And one of our goals is that if we can get there today, that tomorrow we can fish our way up to Oregon Inlet and Wanchese. So ambitiously, we have the gear out and ready to go. So, well, yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, we don't have any issues with knocking off 250 miles today. So we'll check in later and let you know how we're doing. We are heading out and on our way. So a little bit of rain in the forecast, but otherwise smooth seas. All right, welcome back. So we have a plan. We are going up the ICW just south of Wrightsville Beach, where we will be staying at the Bridge Tender Marina this evening. We procured a slip, and so just about 5 miles to go, and it will have been a very productive day. We did about 258 miles today, and about 220 of that was out in the open ocean. It was a beautiful day. We made lots of great progress, and that's it. So we'll check in once we make landing and tie up. All tucked in, fully fueled at the Bridge Tender Marina, named for obvious reasons. We're right next to a bridge. We burned 340 gallons of fuel, which is more than most, and we're getting dinner ready. So, very successful day. Our goal tomorrow is to get to Morehead City, turn the corner, and then if we're lucky, do a little fishing on our way to Oregon Inlet, and then tuck into Oregon Inlet, come back out the next day and do some more fishing. So we'll see how that goes. Good morning, everyone. Wednesday morning here in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. It is a beautiful day. You can see hardly any wind to speak of. We spent the night here at Bridge Tender Marina, and it was nice, quiet, not too much noise. Our plan today is to head out of the inlet here at Wrightsville and head to the inlet at Beaufort or Morehead City and tuck inside, head up Adams Creek and through Pamlico Sound back to Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. We have a reservation there that we made last night for tonight. If you saw the video from the fall trip, you know that we stayed there on our second night. which means two things. One, we have an extra day built in, so we'll be able to do some fishing, hopefully on tomorrow as we leave Oregon Inlet and head north. We're going to run a little bit offshore and see if we can find some tuna or maybe a marlin if we're lucky. And then we'll troll north, and depending on where we are and how we're doing, either tuck into Rudy Inlet, just north of Oregon Inlet in Virginia, or if we're feeling it, head up closer to maybe Ocean City or someplace like that. Our plan would be that we would be able to make it back to Blue Point by Saturday, late afternoon, and that would be the end of our trip. So if the weather cooperates, that'll be the plan, and we're gonna have breakfast here this morning and then head out. So I'll check in with you later, and we'll try to take some video of the Adams Creek stretch because that's quite nice. John serving up another award-winning breakfast to get us started for the day. 30 miles offshore. What is that material? Leave a comment below. Catching mahi on 80s.
That was cool watching them race across.
The funny part is we were just in the bilge for the last half hour trying to fix the sea strainer,
I don't think
and we didn't have a fish. The minute we were done, we watched this guy hit.
Let's open up the box.
Filming with one hand, gaffing with another. In the boat. So that was a nice little detour out of Wrightsville Beach Inlet to do a little fishing. At the end of the day, we had 2 mahi we kept, and we lost a third. We are now headed to Inlet. We're going to go up Adams Creek and through Pamlico Sound up to Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. Good morning, everyone. From 30 miles offshore of Oregon Inlet, we are out on a beautiful day fishing for primarily blue marlin and maybe some whites, but we'll take a tuna or a mahi, or I've had cobia. The dock has been littered with fish here at the Oregon Inlet Fishing Center. So it's about 8:30 in the morning. We've been fishing for about a half hour. We've seen a lot of life, including sharks, a free jumping marlin, some free jumping tuna, and some mahi all jumping. So we're hoping for a great day. The lines are all set and running nicely. There are a lot of boats out here. Hard to see in the camera, but there are probably 40 or 50 boats fishing this area of about 5 square miles. So we feel like we're in the right place. Hopefully we're doing the right thing. And we will check in later in the day when we intend to steam northwest to Rudy Inlet, where we have a reservation at Fisherman's Wharf Marina. So our plan still is to go to Rudy Inlet tonight and then move north tomorrow, somewhere around Atlantic City, maybe a little further north if possible. Got some heavy wind moving in on Saturday, which would be the day we would steam home, but it'll be from the west. So we'll hug the coast along New Jersey and then shoot down Fire Island and the South Shore of Long Island. Hopefully get us into Blue Point between 2 and 4 in the afternoon. So that's our plan, subject to change of course, always, but for now, fishing in one of the hottest spots currently in the world, short of Cape Verde, where they've been catching a lot of marlin the last couple of weeks, but we'll see if we can find one for ourselves here. Welcome to Virginia Beach. We just came through Rudy Inlet. First thing you notice is the roar of military aircraft, both helicopters and fighter jets. It's pretty cool. Here comes one now. Hopefully it won't interrupt us. But the ride was spectacular. The fishing could have been better, but you know, this is a trip to bring the boat home first, and fishing was a bonus. So we will be here for the night at Fisherman's Wharf, which is very inexpensive, as is the fuel. Less than $4 a gallon. In fact, I think we're about to pay $3.60, which is a bargain. And then we will head north tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get to somewhere around Atlantic City, maybe a little further, and an early afternoon arrival at home on Saturday. So that's the plan. And once we get to Fisherman's Wharf, right now we're getting fuel at a marina next door. We'll check in and see what we can show you about that place. One of the interesting things about docking in Fisherman's Wharf and being near Norfolk is constant fighter jets that have been taking off since we got here. It's pretty cool. Good morning, Ramble On followers. Today is Friday and the start of our push north up into New Jersey. Had a little bit of rain last night, but wasn't too bad. Our plan today, we tried modifying a little bit. Instead of Atlantic City, we're going to try for Barnegat Inlet. There are a number of nice marinas there, and we have requested a reservation at Bayview, if I'm not mistaken, that's the name. So John is down below cooking breakfast. It's about 7 o'clock. And as soon as we're done eating, we will hit the road. It looks like today we'll have south wind kind of pushing us and a little bit of rain. So the first time that we've had some weather on this trip, but not too bad. The closer we get to New York Harbor, it seems the better that our ride will be tomorrow, where we'll have a west wind, fairly strong, 20 to 25, but pushing us down the south shore of Long Island back to Blue Point. So we've had a great stay here in Oregon Inlet and Fisherman's Wharf Marina. The people here are quite nice, and the facilities are pretty good. Got a real big slip with 50 amp service. And that's it for now. Alrighty, and hello from Barnegat Inlet, New Jersey, and we are at Bayview Marina, just like we had hoped. Got here around 3:30, fueled up, and by most measures, we've got about 85, 90 miles from here back home. The wind has picked up pretty significantly. I'm trying to stand out of the wind, but we had a front come through with a downpour, and the wind went from southeast to northwest pretty quickly. But even though it's blowing pretty hard, 20, 25, it shouldn't be too bad for us tomorrow. We can run along the beach, and we can hopefully avoid some of the roughness, except when we cross in front of New York Harbor and head east down Long Island. So it's been a great trip. One more night. We're doing some pre-cleaning and some pre-packing. The boat looks great. The downpour really made cleanup a little easier on the outside. And that's it. So I will check in tomorrow, and our plan is to head out around 8 o'clock and hopefully make it to Blue Point by noon. Cooking a fine meal tonight of mahi, pasta, green beans, freshly caught off Wrightsville Beach on Wednesday. Wes, John making up a saucy delight with the mahi. Are you kidding me? Look at that meal. Not too bad for a boat. Good morning from windy Barnegat, New Jersey. It's about 7 o'clock. It's about 50 degrees. By far the coldest we've experienced. The change was pretty drastic as we crossed the Chesapeake. As far as the temperature goes, both air and water. Water temperature is 60 degrees here. So we are going to have some breakfast and then make our way along the coast to hide as much as we can from the wind, and then turn at New York Harbor and run down the south shore of Long Island back to Blue Point. Well, we made it. 1,700 miles on this trip, it looks like. I'll fact check that in a second. You might see an asterisk. But we are docked, safe and sound. We've been met by the marina crew and the home crew, so that's good. We're offloading all of our gear. I'm sorry for the wind. I have to overdub this, but it's been a great trip, and we'll summarize it at the end of the video. So this is it, the end of our journey from the south, bringing the boat back to Center Mauritius after having its service at Mid-Coast in Blue Point. Boat's running great, all systems are go. The minor issue that we had with the generator has been fixed, and we're ready for an exciting season of inshore and offshore fishing. Thanks for watching the trip, I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you don't mind. It really helps us gain some more followers, and we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye for now.